Hi everyone.
Good morning.
It's Fertilizer Friday. So comment below, Fertilizer Friday, hashtag Fertilizer Friday if you're watching, and let us know where you're watching from. I love knowing where people
It is a lot of fun.
It's like, you know us, but we don't know you, and it's kind of nice once we start hearing like, oh, they're from, you know,
and
this place and that
sometimes we see
place.
the same name a lot.
Yeah, that's
so
great.
we
That's
feel
great.
like we know
So
some of
comment
them.
below where you're watching from. So
Exciting stuff.
we have a lot of exciting things,
Yep.
and we're going to do a Friday funny story at the end, so watch all the way to the end. You have to remind me.
I don't know if
I'll
it's
forget.
so much a funny or kind of horrifying,
Okay,
but
so
it's a greenhouse story.
It's a funny story because it happened to me.
Yeah,
And
okay.
I didn't know how to handle it.
Yep.
So it's actually a horrific story, but no.
So we'll do it at the end.
It's a funny story.
So we got, if you didn't see already,
Whoop,
whoop, whoop.
that is our creator award from YouTube. So a lot of fun getting that.
That was really cool.
It's for 100,000 subscribers. So thank
I'm
you
gonna set it up here.
if you have subscribed to our YouTube channel. Thank you. And if not, go to our YouTube channel, our Sharky's Greenhouses YouTube channel, and check that out. Watch all 300 plus videos.
Yeah, help us become the next award.
Yeah,
is
let's
a
go.
million.
Let's go to 1 million subscribers. And
we also for
good news.
Yes, we are now in the state of Wyoming and Rhode Island.
Yay!
So those are official. We can ship to them.
2 more.
And I have in the works, just waiting on their approvals, Utah and Maine.
Yay!
And so
it's fun, like going over that halfway mark, and now it's.
Well, you said, should I change the website to show where we don't ship to
It's a
instead
lot
of
easier
where we
because
do
now
ship
there's
to?
only
We only have
10.
We only have 9 left.
9 to
get.
go. Those are the hardest ones, though.
Well, it's
with the most paperwork, and we're jumping through a lot of hoops. But anyway,
but that's exciting.
So Fertilizer Friday. What I want to do today is to highlight how we fertilize in the greenhouses with a fertilizer injector. And Zoe's saying hi. So in case you saw her camera go bumping, say hi, Zoe. She always, wherever we are, she's got to be. So we've shown the watering can. So a lot of people use a watering can with our Beat Your Neighbor fertilizer. Some people have stepped up to the hose end sprayer because they have a lot of flowers. And some of you are even beyond that. You're like, I've got a lot of flowers. I've got a mini greenhouse, or I have a greenhouse. What do you use? And so I want to show how we do it in our 5 greenhouses. We have several of these, and we found that they work fantastic.
And if you don't know what we're talking about as far as the hose end sprayer, obviously you know what a watering can is, but the hose end sprayer, you can go back in the videos or go on the YouTube and it will show you exactly how to use it and which ones we prefer over it, because there's different styles.
Yeah.
But let's talk about
let's turn the camera a little bit, and I want to show this fertilizer injector. So this is made by Nutri, and when fertilizer injectors really started getting expensive, I started searching out, and because they were going, $500, $600, $700 each, and it was getting very pricey. We've got 5 greenhouses, so we need a bunch of them. And this is a company that I checked out, and it's called Nutri, Newtry. And this, I bought 2 of them, and they've worked absolutely flawless. They get a lot of work out in our greenhouses. I'm watering 3 to 5 hours a day, which when I'm fertilizing, that's 3 to 5 hours of use that it's getting. So I haven't done a thing to these, and this is our 3rd season, I would say. Mm-hmm. And they give you a kit with it to replace seals and whatnot. This has worked phenomenal. So you can adjust it. I get the 1 to 4%, and I set it for 1%, which is 1 to 100. So 100 parts water to 1% of whatever you're injecting. In this case, it's fertilizer. And how we use it with our Beat Your Neighbor fertilizer, I have a big pail here, and I use about 5 gallons. So I mix up our Beat Your Neighbor fertilizer. So I take 5 jars, 5 packets. I know it makes up about 500 gallons, and output through here. So it's 1 to 100, so I know that I'm making about 500 gallons of fertilizer, and that lasts me. I might get this greenhouse done. I might get the other greenhouse done. Then I'll have to fill up again. So I keep that kind of consistent. So I'm going to turn this on just so you can hear what it's doing. Is it's pulling up the fertilizer from my bucket, and mixing it right into the fertilizer injector, and it's going right into the hose system. So again, if you have a lot of flowers, if you're ready to step up from that hose end sprayer and go to the next step, I highly suggest getting a fertilizer injector. We do like these Nutries. You can find these on our beatyourneighbor.com website. So if you go under the shop page, you'll be able to find the Nutri injector. So that's where you can go to get it.
So you're not mixing up 500 gallons in this bucket?
No, I've got 5 gallons of fertilizer in this bucket, and it's being drawn up and being metered out, and this will make about 500 gallons of fertilized water eventually. Once I'm through that bucket, that's what it'll equal. So you can hear it clicking, and it's drawing up and it's metering out very, very accurately. And I can show, I'm just looking for a very light blue tint. So I'm just going to use a clear vase so I can show you. So you can see that there's a light blue tint to it. And I'm just going to set that down before I drop it and break everything. So that's what you're looking for. It's a very light blue. Remember, our Beat Your Neighbor fertilizer is very concentrated. And so that's about what you're looking for. Get a clear vase or something that you can see. And you might have to adjust a little bit, either on this end with the injector of the percentage, or you can either mix more or mix less with the actual fertilizer in that bucket. And, once you do this, it does last. I know a lot of people ask me how long, once I mix it up, how long does it last? You've got at least a week, as long as it's not getting funky and sitting in the sun, kind of fermenting. You do probably want to use this, within a week or two. And that's certainly what we do. So sometimes I'll use a full strength, and then I might want to do, maybe later in the week, I might want to give a booster fertilizer injection of it. And I'll go through and I'll just fill it up and basically dilute it. So it might be just getting a half strength or a 1/3 strength, but all my plants and flowers are getting a little bit more fertilizer.
So they're going to ask, how much water do you put in this bucket with the fertilizer that it's so blue and so thick that it's pumping it up?
So for me, I'm using 5 jars of our Beat Your Neighbor fertilizer, and I'm putting in 5 gallons of water and mixing that up. And that's a high concentration, but then it's getting drawn into the injector and being metered out exactly what it needs to be. For me, it's at 100 to 1. And because I know that 5 gallons of this fertilizer mixed up is going to make 500 gallons of true fertilizer coming out of this end here on the my watering lawn. Which, by the way, I just want to highlight this. This is what we use in all of our greenhouses, is the dram watering. These are the rain wands. These work phenomenal. And I love this one where it has the thumb, the on-off right here. I've been so used to so many years where I'd have a separate on and off. I love this, that it's just right with the thumb, on and off. So this is made by Dram. This is the 30-inch one, and they come in tons of different colors. And I've got these all over my greenhouses, and I absolutely love them. And then there's also a handheld. This is also made by Dram with that one-touch lever that's on and off. So if you want just a shorter, it works phenomenal. And this has a spray pattern on the front. You can change to all different patterns for spraying. So just want to highlight that these are made by Dram, and they work fantastic. And Dram works in the horticulture industry. We've used their products literally for decades. And
they're out of Wisconsin.
Yeah, and they're a local company to us because they're in Wisconsin. They're maybe an hour and a half south of us. But they make for all of the greenhouses, but then they do sell to a lot of retailers all over. So it's something that we sell in our greenhouses, but we also have these on our beatyourneighbor.com website. But I do want to just highlight that this is what we use because they work fantastic. So that's how you can use the injector. That's something that I highly suggest. And we can move this back, get the greenhouses back in view here. So that is, stepping up from the hose end sprayer, going to that next level of, if you want to use the Beat Your Neighbor fertilizer in maybe it's a small hobby greenhouse, maybe it's a full-on greenhouse, maybe you just have a lot of plants and flowers in your yard that you want to use, you want to go to that next level. That
Even
injector.
Your mom does. I mean, your mom has a lot.
She does. She has a lot.
They're
of
kind of all
flowers.
spaced out.
I set her up with one because it's just,
and she loves it because she's like, oh, it was the can was getting heavy to hold.
But she didn't want to go to the hose and sprayer because those are a lot of work too. So I set her up with exactly what I have with one of these
she loves it.
fertilizer injectors, and we just turn it on for her. She just basically does a lighter dose, but her plants and flowers are always getting the Beat Your Neighbor fertilizer. So she does a real low dose, but it's always injecting right into that system. She has several hoses all over, so it's just feeding to everything. But that's the way to do it. And with how those have become so pricey, when I started looking around, and this is maybe $160 or whatever.
Under $200.
It's definitely under $200. But some of you are in that category, and if you want to save yourself a lot of time and a lot of effort, that's the way to go. And that's how we do it as professionals.
Now, with that, it's a fertilizer injector. Can you also put in, if you have a systemic or something?
Yeah. I mean, I run a systemic insecticide right through.
Separate.
Yeah, separately. We don't mix it together. But last week I did an insecticide application. So I mixed up the systemic insecticide, and that went right through the injector into the whole system, whether it's the drippers or the hose. So that meters out perfectly for that too. So there's a lot of different things that you can use an injector for. So it's not just that you're not just going to use it maybe once a week for fertilizing. You can use that for a lot of different applications.
Yeah.
So it's a T-Swizzle. That's the way to do it.
They can find that on the website.
Yep, you can go to our BeatYourNeighbor.com website, and it's not something that we actually carry. It's an affiliate link, so it's going to take you to Amazon.
But stuff that we actually carry is the fertilizer.
Yep,
you can order that directly from us.
Shirts.
We got. You can do directly from us.
Yep.
And greenhouse. Our greenhouse will be opening. That's the other big news.
Yeah. Yep.
It will be opening
April 25th.
2 weeks.
Yeah. So
that's crazy.
I know.
Doesn't it seem like we just started?
And we just had snow. So but I know people are itching, and so we're excited to get
9
open.
9 a.m. on
Thursday.
On that Thursday, the 20th.
April 25th.
25th.
So we're actually opening a little bit earlier, which is fine. And that date changes.
The weather's been so nice. The plants have been doing so well.
So if you're watching this, in 2030, those dates change.
It's
so
2024.
April 25th of 2024, just in case. So, we put our
Wait
videos.
till your grandchildren are
watching this and like,
years
well, Grandpa looked a lot younger.
You're not a grandpa yet.
No, not yet.
Okay, tell them your
funny story. My horrific story. So, this is just the stupid stuff that happens to me. And so, okay. I'm very in tune to my watering, and I heard, and this is out in our front greenhouses, so it wasn't back here, it was in our selling greenhouses, and I heard water pouring. And it was somewhere where I couldn't see, so I wanted to make sure, was it a hanging basket that I overwatered that all of a sudden let loose? Did a hose burst? And, there was something to check out. I heard it. And so I go wheeling out into the front greenhouse, and all I see is a lady bent over, and she pops up like this and pulls her pants up. And I'm like, was she just taking a whiz in my greenhouse? Like, your mind has, like, I know what I saw, but I can't even comprehend, like, you're second guessing this, like, no, because that doesn't make sense. Like, a lady pulled her pants down and just
went to the bathroom
in my greenhouse.
Not even behind the greenhouse.
No, she like sprayed the wall. So, I mean, I walk up and she pulls her pants up, and I imagine my jaw was down to here. I didn't know what to say. Like, what do you say to that? And she didn't miss a beat. I mean, she didn't miss a beat. She goes, hey, how much are these tomatoes?
Which are up on a bench, so it's not like...
I'm like, $1.99? I mean, I had nothing to say. I had no idea. Like, how do you even address that? Like, what do you do? The damage is done.
She didn't ask for a bathroom.
No.
She She didn't acknowledge.
I was just like, and this was, I don't know, it's probably like 15 years ago, but we still talk about it. And it was only me. I was the one that caught it, and I was so shocked. And Amy was still in the floral shop, and I walked into the floral shop, and she starts talking to me. I'm like, quiet, just listen to me. Something I've got to tell you. Like, this is what just happened to me. And I told her the whole story. And so this is just stupid stuff.
So we did wash down the greenhouse. We did disinfect.
I grabbed the hose and I washed the wall. She just sprayed the wall.
She didn't do any plants. Like,
the fact that she didn't miss a beat, and she's like, how much are these tomatoes? And then nothing could come out of my mouth other than they're $1.99. I mean, really?
And we've never seen her since.
Nope.
We don't know who she was.
Go pee somewhere else.
She wasn't
not in my greenhouse.
A local that we knew.
Yeah, I don't know. So I don't know if the
crazy stuff happens in the greenhouse.
It happens.
There's some better stuff. But that was one of those really that was one of those
stupid stories that
when you don't know what to say, that says something.
Yeah, sometimes Amy's got to be like, just grab my lips so I don't say something, but I had nothing to even say on that one. But anyway, so that's our Friday funny. So it's kind of like a horrific.
Do not come to the greenhouse and try it.
Yeah, please do not. Keep your pants up, and don't take a whiz right in the middle of my greenhouse. That will not go. I'll say something next time.
You're prepared.
Yeah, I'm more prepared to just grab somebody by the back of the.
We won't.
Oh, well, anyway. Well, I hope you
enjoyed that.
Hope you enjoyed that. Happy Fertilizer Friday. You can find the Fertilizer Injector and also the Dram
they're all
watering wands, the One Touch, yeah, all different colors. You can find that at our beatyourneighbor.com website. So go there, and the t-shirts too. Yep. Have a beautiful Friday.
Happy Friday. See you tomorrow for the Saturday stroll.
You're doing it.
Oh, okay.
You get to walk through. I've done it the last couple of weeks, so it's in your ball court.
Thanks.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.